Hello, everyone. So, in today's soulcast, this is going to be fun. I'm going to talk about the number one mistake people make when consciously manifesting. And that number one mistake is having messy energy. Messy energy. And so, you might be asking, well, what the heck is messy energy? And messy energy to me, it's something that we all have and we all need to be aware of. Um, but it is when we are incongruent or not aligned energetically with the thing that we're asking for. So I'm going to break this down and then I'm going to give you like three top messy energetic things that you can see in yourself and then the remedies for them. And then if we have more time, I want to talk about just some extra things that we can do to clear up our messy energy and to just keep it at a higher vibration. So thanks everybody for joining. I'm really happy that you're here. Chime in, let me know your questions, comments throughout the Soulcast. And I will be sure to respond to you. So let me introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Charlene Murphy. I am a soul coach and spiritual teacher and creator of Enchanted Empath. And I help people do all kinds of fun stuff in their lives. I help people realize their inner brilliance first so that they can heal their bodies, manifest anything, and really create lives that they absolutely love by bending the energy in and around them, right? So we are energy benders. We're always bending energy. So let's bend energy well, shall we? And so that's what this Soulcast is all about. I want to put you more in the driver's seat of understanding that you're always manifesting 100% of the time. And you might as well manifest well, manifest better, manifest consciously on purpose, leverage universal laws so that you can create a life that you really enjoy. That's the whole point of this thing that called life that we're here doing. So let me make sure I have my notes in front of me. Yep. And like I said, feel free to chime in. Let me know that you're here. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And so where you can chat, please do chat in. Okay, let's talk about not being aligned. So there's all kinds of different ways that show up when we're not aligned with a thing that we want. Okay, so maybe I should back up a little bit and talk about manifestation. We're all pretty familiar with that. And so we typically use the law of attraction for the manifestation process. And so the first step in manifesting is asking for the thing that you're wanting. Maybe that's a new job, a new relationship, more income, a new house, you name it. We are wired to desire. And so this is our natural state. And so we're always in a state of desiring something. And then by law of attraction, we bring it to us. And maybe even the desire, that's probably not even the right word. Thinking about, feeling about, the things that are on our mind the most, could be negative or positive. We're bringing those things into our reality. So I'm all about doing the positive spin on manifesting because, I just don't want to bring negative stuff into my life or limit it as much as possible on my end because I can only control this and you can only control you. So having these tools are super important. So I have three top ways that I see people not being in alignment. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. I have somebody chiming in talking about sticking to the 9 to 5 job that doesn't align with me. All right. Well, I'm going to use that as an example. So you clearly know that the 9 to 5 job does not align with you. You feel it, you know it. Maybe you are continuing to do it for financial reasons, obviously, right? For some stability. And so we can flip it around and ask for stability and a better job and manifest a better job. It's not difficult, but well, it's a simple process, but it can be difficult for us humans because we get attached to a lot of our thinking and our ways and our attachments and all of that. So we have to unravel and undo quite a bit of that stuff. So let's talk about the ask. So the first step in manifesting is asking for something, right? Um, there's okay. I'm going to look at your questions in a little bit because it's kind of hard for me to see on my phone because it's kind of far away. So, but I will get back to you in a minute, and I'll probably have to scroll a little. So, is your ask sincere? So, I see a lot of people manifesting or asking for things that maybe are not for them, you know, and they're paying lip service to the things that they think that they should have. So we see a lot of people shoulding all over themselves. I should have this. I should have that by now. I'm 26. I should be married. I need a husband. I need to manifest a husband. I have to manifest children. I have to manifest that job. I'm supposed to be so successful at this age. Blah, blah, blah. So there's all this kind of neurotic manifestation happening based on what you think you should have. And I'm here to say, wipe that away because there's no clock. It's all imagined. There's nothing that you should be doing, only that which you want to be doing. So the bigger question for your ask is, what do you want? That's probably the biggest, most pointed question that you can possibly ask that will get you the best results fastest, right? What do I want? Do I really want to be married at 26? Do I really want, 2.5 children? Do I really want that 9 to 5 job for the rest of my life with benefits and retirement? So getting into your own lane and claiming your true desires is first, because here's what's happening. Even if you're paying lip service and you're asking for things that you think you should have, your high self and the universe that is always responding to you knows better. It knows what you're really feeling. And so you can't really fake it with the universe. The universe knows, right? But you're faking it with yourself. And so then there's incongruency going on, and that creates some confusion. It creates confusion to what you're going to be receiving as well. So step number one is really clean up your ask. What do you really want? Just yes, the Spice Girls are in my head right now. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I mean, let's just get down to it. Not what you think you should have or what your parents say you should have or what the religion says you should be doing right now. What do you want? So cleaning that up and getting that laser focused is going to yield really quick, fast, amazing results for you, right? But it takes some work and it takes some self-awareness, and where you're being honest with yourself and where you're putting your thoughts and desires first, over other people's. And some people have a hard time doing that. So that's why a lot of people aren't very good at manifesting, or they don't think they're very good at manifesting. Of course, they're manifesting exactly what they think that they deserve, or what is emotionally matching them. And so if you're seeing things show up in your life that you're not pleased with, what that tells you is that there's some cleaning up to do in your own thought processes, in your own desires. So I am a big proponent of keeping journals and writing and just keep kind of getting it out of your head and getting it onto paper and letting the ideas, the desires really flow through you and think them through. And the problem too, a lot with our culture as it is right now, we're so bombarded with social media and media that a lot of us don't even finish our thoughts. We don't follow through with our desires. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm really thinking I want to start a business. Oh, shiny object. Oh, another shiny object. We're so distracted. And so, in order to pinpoint our true desires and really feel what we want, we need to spend some time alone and being very mindful and thoughtful and checking in with ourselves and turning out or shutting out the external noise of our very loud society telling you what you should be doing and how you should be spending your money and et cetera, et cetera. So that's a big one. So the first question is your ask sincere? Is it what you really want? Check it. Um, and then this one is for the empaths, the second one that I see. Most of the people that I work with are empaths, of course, because like attracts like. I'm an empath, and so a lot of the people that I end up working with are also very empathic, very sensitive, intuitive people, right? And the one of the issues or potential issues with being an empath or being an untrained empath, I would say, is that your mood is determined by the energy around you. Ah! And so when our energy and our mood is affected by other people, that knocks us off our rocker, right? Then again, that's the shiny object thing. We can't harness our own energy and direct our own energy on our own thoughts because we're reacting to all of the energy around us, and that throws us off, and it really makes for messy energy, very messy energy. And when we have messy energy, we manifest poorly, because we're in reaction, we're not in creation. And so we need to learn how to move from reaction to creation and to that self preservation. I think is a good word. We don't need to be fearful of anything, but we do need to understand and harness our own energy and direct our own energy and stop allowing everything else to fluctuate it and affect it, right? So that puts us in control of our own energy. And this is my life's work. I am just really good at directing my own energy. I work at it all the time, every day. And it's born from the pain of being an untrained empath and having all of my moods and emotions like at total whims, not even knowing what's up, what's down, whose is that? I don't know. I'm just in reaction all the time, right? So it's been my life's purpose to understand that and to change that and to understand that sensitivity is my greatest superpower. All the empaths, it really is. Once we understand it and learn how to harness it and direct it, and then we become masters of energy. Pretty fun stuff. So yes. And then the last one that I see being a big blockage, or the creation of messy energy is in regards to manifesting, is that some people just really suck at receiving. They just are awful at receiving. I used to be one of those people, but I have turned that around a long time ago. And it's really easy for me now to receive. Let me give you an example. Well, first of all, I want to ask you guys if you rated yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 on your ability to receive or your receivability. How would you rate yourself? 1 being really awful at receiving, and then 10 being I'm a master receiver. I'm cool. I'm good. Bring it. I love it. Thank you. So I remember back in the day, when somebody would even just pay me a compliment, I would just be so embarrassed and I just couldn't receive it. It's like, no, 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 no. Oh, that old thing, it's like, yeah, well, I just woke up with my hair like that or whatever. I would brush it off. I would excuse it away. I would push it away. I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't, it just put me in a place of embarrassment. I can't even think of a better word for that. I didn't want the spotlight on me. If somebody wanted to, buy you a cup of coffee recently or a glass of wine, you're like, no, 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 no. You know, that is that is setting you up to not receive the blessings of the universe. If you can't receive a compliment, a coffee, a thank you, or anything from a person around you, how can you expect to receive the bigger blessings of the universe, right? So we have to really become aware of our level of receiving. And are we good at receiving, or are we blocking it, blocking it, blocking it? Because if you're blocking those ones, you're blocking the big ones too, I can guarantee you. So as you think about this, this isn't to berate anybody. It's not to embarrass anybody. It's to have self-awareness and to change it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not really good at receiving. Somebody tried to let me in traffic the other day, and I was like, no, 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 you go. You know, so start noticing where you are receptive in receiving and how you respond, and then if you need to tweak it, tweak it. So I have a really simple rule, and my kids know this. My son practices, he's like an expert with zero resistance on his part. It's, oh, thank you. So if somebody wants to give me something, I don't argue, I don't push back. I go, oh, cool, thanks. Yeah, awesome, And then in the back of my head, because I think this is what happens with a lot of us, I'm thinking, when will I be able to pay this forward? uh, so there's still a little bit of resistance that's going on in there, and so I'm aware of that, and the more I'm aware of it, the better I can practice least resistance and just being in a very genuine place of saying, thank you, cool, thank you, thank you. So check yourself this week with regards to where you are on the receptivity scale, and understand that that is a huge piece of the manifestation process. We ask, we believe, and then we receive. But if you suck at receiving, then it's going to be a tough road for you, right? You're going to miss the blessings. They're just going to skate by. You'll think, oh, that's not for me. And that also has to do with deservability and self-esteem and other issues. So take your pulse on those aspects of yourself and see how or where you can stand for some improvement, and then be very gentle and kind with yourself as you improve in these areas. And then you'll see that your ability to manifest changes drastically once you understand this whole notion of receptivity. Okay, so I'm going to look on these comments and questions a little bit. All right. Well, I'm so glad you guys are all here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting a gist of different concepts and ideas that's going on with you guys, and reading into the lack of the manifestation, or things not being exactly as you want them, or surprises happening. I really do believe in that the universe, well, I know that the universe is always responding to our energy, and it's like dominoes. So if something negative starts to happen, and on the same note, if something positive starts to happen, we start to notice it, and we're like, oh wow, all this positive stuff, wow, all this unexpected income just came into my bank account, that's so cool. And then all of a sudden you start seeing more and more of the same. And that's the way it goes. And so if we start to notice some negative things, and then we get fearful, and we go like, oh my god, what next is going to happen, what's next, oh shit, and so we're asking, we're cooperating in this energetic dance, so to speak. So I learned this from Abraham Hicks, and I do it myself. When I feel myself spiraling in a negative, or in Yeah, a negative. I'll just when things are showing up that I am not wanting or pleased with, a lot of times I will just stop, take the day off, take a nap. I mean, you need a reset. You really need a reset, because if you continue in that state of heightened adrenaline, fear, you're going to create more. And so we need to stop the process, take care of things. And I'm talking from experience on this. It took me a couple of years to help my son regain his health and all of that. And I had to do a lot of work in getting myself back into a positive, because it's so easy when things are going sideways to continue to go sideways and see the worst or the potential worst. So I would reel myself back in, and I would see him whole and complete and healthy and well, and whole and complete and healthy and well. And these are games that I had to play with myself just to keep my energy up, because it would go like this. We're human. It's going to go like that. But if we have tools in our toolbox, we can, decrease the valleys and increase the highs, or sustaining normalcy, just sustaining some normalcy, so that we're not in fear, we're not in we're not punishing ourselves for the things that didn't manifest. It's like, if I'm wanting to manifest something and it doesn't come, or I can't even think of an example, because I typically am pretty darn good at it, but I keep it really open too. So if I'm wanting something in particular and I get something else, it's usually something better. I'll go, oh, didn't even see that coming. So sometimes, how they say God's delays are, I can't remember the term, but those little delays sometimes are here to recalibrate us and to open us up to better and something more, right? So when one door closes, yes, I'm full of cliches today, another one opens. And so that's how I have trained my brain to see things. So I don't see failure. I don't see I just don't see failure or misfires. I see everything leading to a better place and a lesson. So if we didn't get something, maybe there was a lesson there that we needed, and we got that, and now we can retweak, go back to the drawing board, and manifest a more complete picture, or a more focused picture. So I see all of this stuff as a progression, and so if we can look at it as a progression, and that way we can stay sustainable and stay at a higher vibration, then, oh shit, that didn't work. Boom, back, frustration. We don't really need to do that. We can just tweak, pivot. Oh, I turned right, should have turned left. Let's go left and see what's over there. Let's redesign. Let's continue this process. What was in that lesson where that thing happened, where my son was ill? What was that all about? There's always lessons here for us, and it's always here to get us to a higher place that we're not even aware of yet, I would say, our soul's evolution. So my answer to all of that is to stay open at the top. We need to stay open at the top, so that we're not confining ourselves, putting a lid on ourselves. We only know so much. The universe has a grander plan and knows everything. So I'm open and receptive. It's like, okay, show me what's next. All right. I want to get into, all right, the solutions. So here's how we clean up our messy energy. I already mentioned that. So these are the solutions to the 3 problems that I just talked about. The first one, I already mentioned it, is check yourself, take your pulse. Are you a match to what you're asking for or not? So what is it in you that you can improve? So a lot of people will wait for the thing, the boyfriend, the husband, the job, to align with them. Well, we have to be proactive and align ourselves to the thing that we're wanting. And if we want, say we're in a sticky situation with our spouse and we're waiting for them to change. They need to change. Do you hear what I'm saying? You need to change. I can't control that person. I can only control myself. So if I want improvement in that relationship, then I have to be a match to improvement. But if I am constantly looking for fault and looking for blame and with all the things that you did wrong, then that's where we're going to be stuck, you know? So I have to get myself in alignment with an improved relationship if that's what I want, right? It all boils down to, what do you want? Oh, I want our relationship to heal. I want our relationship to feel better. I want us to have better communication. Okay, so that means I need to start the party. Okay, I'll go first, right? Because I can only control this. And I think that that is a spiritually mature, proactive way to be, instead of waiting on somebody else. When we wait on somebody else to do anything, we are giving away our power. And so we can bend energy ourselves starting right here, right now. And I'm all about that. And then it just permeates out, it leaks onto other people. And then you're bending that energy and you're creating a channel for peace to take place between you and your spouse. Or, that's just an example. But it starts with us. So, big question, check yourself. What do you want? What do you want? Write these things down. Really feel about what you want versus maybe what you have, And it's like, do I really want this? I've never really asked myself, but just because it was the expected thing to do. And so you can change anything, and the universe most definitely supports you in that and definitely has your back. So we can take the fear away. We don't have to do it overnight. We have gestation periods of time for change. And being just clear about what you want is like the first step in actually bringing it in. So there's no rush unless you want to rush. There's no, the rushing part to me brings up fear. And fear is a definite blockage to the manifestation process. All right. So the next solution is clarity. And that kind of goes with the same thing. It's clarity, honesty. What do you really want? And then some deeper questions when you're doing this self exploration is, why do I want that? Why do I want that? What are the feelings that you're wanting to feel inside of your body as a result of that? So we go a little deeper. We got to go a little deeper. It's like, what do I really want? Why do I want that? How's that going to make me feel? And then part of the whole manifestation process, the magic, is to feel that, feel that. So feeling and desiring that's asking. That's the stuff that the universe is responding to. So let's get good at that, right? Let's get good at going a little deeper and really feeling the feelings that are surrounding those things that you want, and not being such a mental process, right? And then the last solution to cleaning up messy energy, guys, is this one's going to throw some of you, but it is the remedy to the receiving issue. Like if you have a problem receiving, this is going to be the antidote. It's also going to kickstart the manifestation process. You ready for it? Nobody talks about this. It is giving. Giving. So a lot of times people, what they do is when they are manifesting something, they passively are waiting for it to drop out of the sky. And then, a lot of the life coaches came along and said, well, wait, we need to take an action step. We need to make the phone call. We need to do this. We need to do that. And I'm with that. We do need to take an action step, But I believe that that action step is giving. Pretty simple, right? Because giving is like the magic. When you are in a state of giving, and that could be giving your time, giving your energy, giving a smile, giving a helping hand, giving encouragement, giving a tip, giving money, giving, you name it. Anytime you are actively giving, you are in the highest state of vibration because giving equals love. And when we are selfless and we are giving, we are opening the channel to receiving. We are cracking the code in the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity says what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. So if you have a hard time with receiving, then go give something away. And then you'll be on the other side of that and you'll start to see, oh, okay, so every time somebody wants to give me something and I say no, that messes up my vibe because I wanted to give that. That was mine to give and they shut me down. Ooh, they shut me down. I don't like to be shut down. Do you like to be shut down? So when somebody wants to give you something, now your perspective will be on them and you messing up their ability to give. And then now you feel like you're part of the whole process of the law of reciprocity, the giving and receiving. You can't have one without the other. And that you're a part of this and you're cooperating with this and you want to see it through. And so then you say, oh, thank you. Yes, awesome. I love it. Yeah. And then that just creates this energy of more giving and receiving. And you will have ample opportunities to pay it forward, pay it forward, pay it forward, and while you're receiving, just because that's the law of reciprocity. So in manifestation, we talk a lot about the law of attraction, but I'm bigger. I'm just as big in the law of reciprocity. I think it is a big missing link. It's the secret to manifesting that I think that we kind of take for granted, right? We don't talk about it a lot. So when you're in the giving mood, and I've said this to my clients as well, like if I have a client who comes to me that says, I don't have love in my life. I just don't have connection and relationships. I'm sad. I will say, give that away. Go give friendship and love away. Give it away first. There's a line that says, God helps those who help themselves. Well, I say the universe helps those who help themselves. So we have to prime the pump and get that party started. So if you give away the thing that you think that you don't have, because you have it, but you feel like there's a lack of it, then you're getting stingy with it and you're holding on to it and you're hoarding it. And then you have blocked the law of reciprocity and nothing's going to move. Nothing. So when you say, F the fear, I got a little bit of love. I see that kid over there struggling right now. I'm going to go give him some love and encouragement and just say something nice. That's all it takes, right? So then you have started the law of reciprocity. You have given away the thing that you think that you don't have. And then guess what? You're doing so many things at the same time. You are telling the universe that you trust the process and that they will meet your needs, or it will meet your needs. And then you are in a higher vibration. So then law of attraction works better. You are raising your vibe, so you feel better. And when you feel better, you manifest better. It's like the secret sauce to manifesting, in my opinion. I really believe this. So give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Just give it away. It doesn't have to be everything you have. That would be ridiculous, So when you're giving, you're going to be, you'll have opportunities, you'll have plenty of opportunities that will show up for you in ways that you feel inspired to give. You don't have to go look for people or things to give. You will follow the inspiration, follow the tugs on your hair, you will be there will there will be no shortage of opportunities to give, and there is no, there's no amount or monetary, there's no rules. There's no rules. So don't put all that heavy stuff on yourself. How much should I give? When should I give it? Forget about it. You'll know. You'll give when you feel inspired to give. And if you don't feel inspired to give, next, because you will have plenty of opportunities. And we're going to give in a soft place, not a scary place. We're not going to be coerced into giving all our money away to the church so that we can, get the law of reciprocity going. That's not what this is about. This is about giving a smile, just giving and opening yourself up to the giving part, because I think that people are passively in a receptivity place, just waiting, but that action step needs to come from you, and that's the giving. Okay, so let's see what time it is. Let's see what all y'all have to say. Oh, I'm freezing. Yay, Mariana's feeling some intense energy swirling all around her. Yay, internally and externally. Well, swim in that, girl, because yes, we are swimming in energy, and there's so much abundance around us. You're just picking up on all of that. And the energy too that is moving you from that stuck place maybe in your job, and being able to just go with that flow, knowing that your high self, your spirit self, knows what is best for you and what you really, really want. And it's going to move you, and you're going to feel those energies. And then you'll start being more curious as to, oh, what are the possibilities for me? This is cool. This 9-to-5 job served a purpose for a season, but I'm feeling like that season's coming to an end. Ooh, I'm excited. What's next? What's the next move for me? Okay, spirit. Okay, high self, show me. I'm open and receptive. This is cool, and then maybe you can fill in the blanks of maybe what you would like instead, what kind of feelings that you would have inside of a different kind of job. What kind of people would you like to work with? What does the energy feel like? That's why I'm saying cut out those distractions and go play inside the magic of your imagination, and try on the different scenarios, the different jobs, the different relationships. That's all free, and you can try it on and toss it if you don't like it, and try on another thing. I don't think we do that enough, and I think that is also some of the secret sauce to manifesting, is like really imagining and playing in there about what feels good, what would be awesome. Oh, that'd be cool. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, this is what I got. This is what I was served. Okay, well, I guess I better like it because my dad said that that's all you get. And and it's like, no, that's not all you get. You get whatever you want. You can get whatever you feel that you desired and deserve, and all of that. So get into that mode, knowing that you can be, do, and have whatever it is your heart desires. There are no limits, only the limitations that you put on yourself. Okay, so let's explore those limitations. It's like, yeah, that came from my family, that came from my dad. All right, I think I can remove that now. I can let those blockages go, and I can be more proactive and purposeful in my manifestations. Life is fun, and manifesting is heck of fun. So, whoops. I think I got kicked off. Did I get kicked off? Damn it. I did. Okay, but I'm still on this one. So I forgot to silence my phone. All right. So anyway, that's all we got today. That's all I've got for you anyway today. Please leave your questions in the chat. I would be so happy to respond to you. individually, and I will get back to all of you. And then let me know how you're manifesting, what's going on with you, what's coming up for you, and if I can help you in any way, I would be honored to. So have fun with this, y'all. Until I see you next time, take good care. All right. Peace out.